What's up, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad, and this is a channel focused on over-the-counter penny stocks. If you have been following me for a while, today sucks. It's a terrible day in the OTC. There's really nothing going well right now, but this happens. And so I just kind of thought I would have like a little bit of a more candid live stream today because there's not much to really talk about, at all. Everything that I thought perhaps would be a good opportunity was not. And so it's just kind of one of those things where you just kind of have to, tell yourself, hey, it is what it is. And look for opportunities that are out there that to potentially, move. Yeah, ARSN, that was another one. It blows my mind. People will waste their money on something like DNAD. A bloated ticker. What is this? I'm looking at this right now. It's got $174,000 in volume. Why? Somebody's pissing their money away in something like that. I just don't understand. So I thought it would be a good opportunity if you wanted to, just say what was on your mind about how the stock market's been reacting this morning and into this afternoon, and just kind of go from there. I'm not. It is what it is. And I don't know. There's some days I just don't know what to talk about. But I think what we can take away from today is it's just one of those days where you can take it as a learning opportunity. One thing that I will stress is that don't just panic sell because the market's doing terrible. And what days like today can induce for people who are new to trading is to panic sell or to make decisions based off of emotions. And so it's super important to keep those emotions in check. I'm super pissed about some of the stocks that I'm in. And how they've been reacting today, but I'm not deviating from my plan. If I still see value in something, especially on my longer term stocks, there's different strategies out there and different ways that people find success. My way of finding success is that I have longer term positions that I kind of like build my portfolio around. And that's kind of what I was explaining a little bit in my mentorship this morning. It's like, there's situations where day trades are necessary. There's situations where short-term swing trades are necessary. And then I think there's also, just for me personally and how I've been able to find success, is there's also a time to hold certain things longer. There's situations where that may occur. And so we've gone over those situations before, but I think it's important to just say, take a step back and just say, hey, you know what? This is one day out of the many trading days in the year, and I'm not going to potentially blow my account up because of one day, of one crazy or bad day. And so that's kind of what I'm going with on the sentiment of today. And the other thing is that because there's a lot of red out there today, it could lend opportunities for you to potentially make purchases. And so am I turning my back on the stock market today? Absolutely not. I'm still watching it. I'm still looking at everything on my equity feed scanner just to see if there's anything that may pop up. You just never know. There's plenty of instances where I'm looking at something like this all day and I see the stock market is terrible. All of a sudden, a nice little gem will show up and I can turn something for a little profit. ONCX was one. Right now, I got in at 15 yesterday. I don't know what's going on with it. There's speculation on a lot of stuff with ONCX. One of them that we know of is that they are diluting, so I got to be careful with that. But I thought getting it at 15 and looking like it could have been oversold at that point, especially from it had highs at 006, that it could have been a safe bet to get in there. And I'm still green on it. Right now it's trading at 0017. I'm barely green. But it is what it is. There's just situations out there that could lend other opportunities, and that's what I'm scanning for right now. There's really nothing out there that says, yes, I'm willing to, risk my hard-earned dollars on right now. But that's the other important thing. Just because it's a bad day, just because it's a slow day, doesn't mean that you need to be forcing trades either, because then that's a whole other mess that you should get yourself into. And so it's important to just make sure that you keep yourself in check. You don't have to make a trade today, and you don't have to make any decisions based off of your emotions just because of how the day is going. VYST, perfect example of that. People selling out of emotion yesterday, it's up 51%, had highs of 80%. And we've heard stories about how that one was probably manipulated, and it's a shame. It really is. But people who traded out of emotion got hurt really badly on that one, especially if they bought in above 10 cents. That sucks. Right now it's trading at 6. It's come back from a 3-cent range yesterday. Ugh, terrible. But that is the key takeaway for days like today when you kind of don't know what to do. It sometimes the best decision is just to sit back and watch and not do anything. I need to get in the zone. That's a joke from last night. So if you guys didn't tune into last night's video, we had an interview with Don, our latest mentor, and that he trades in his zone, which he finds a lot of success in. So glad to see you guys are killing it over there. What platform do I use to buy OTC, Steve-O? So is it Stevie-O Kelly? So for what I recommend for people who are just starting out, have smaller accounts, it would be E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, or even Charles Schwab for over-the-counter stocks. Those are the 3 that you could pretty much get away with buying anything. All the other brokerages that are out there will limit you on the types of OTCs you can buy. Fidelity is a real tough one. They really literally just pick and choose which ones they allow you to trade and which ones they don't allow you to trade. TD Ameritrade will allow you to trade just about any OTC out there unless it's listed under a DTC chill. E-Trade lets you trade anything and everything, and Charles Schwab pretty much does as well. I will say that Charles Schwab is a little slow on the fills, but they let you trade whatever you want basically, and their commissions are pretty cheap. So good. That's true, Blade Runner. Yeah, it's and that's not the only one we're seeing it on right now. It's tough out there, but Vuitton, is it Vuitton? Vuitton Brown says he uses TD Ameritrade, which the commission was a bit lower. So glad you brought that up. You can actually call TD Ameritrade, and if you trade a lot, if you trade pretty frequently, you can talk them down. Yeah, I mean, I was able to talk them down. You can also say, hey, listen, I'm thinking about switching. You see this with cable companies all the time, right? My cable bill gets raised, and I call them up and I say, okay, I'm switching over to DirecTV or whatever. And they say, oh, okay, don't leave. We'll lower your price. Trust me. Call them up. Tell them that you're leaving because their commissions are too high, and they'll work with you. I mean, I think their commissions are ridiculous too. But yeah, see, Chen says that as well. Chen saying that as well. This is, if you're tuning into this and you're not entertained, sorry about that. It's a sucky day. Everybody that's tuning in right now is just filing some grievances. So please feel free to just pitch a bitch about how today's going. That's just, I don't care if I get 100 views on this. This is just a day that just sucks. But yes, good idea. 395. Yeah, so I think 395 might be a little low, but you might get filled on that, or you might get that honored. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. So Blade Runner Zero had a good point. When your portfolio lets you make larger trades, the commissions won't matter. That is true. But when you're seeing that you've racked up 5 figures in commissions throughout the year, that makes a difference. Yeah, Charles Schwab, they're pretty good. I love their customer service. Leo. I've never had any issues with Charles Schwab. I think they're a great company. I've just always experienced a little bit slow fills with Charles Schwab in the past, but great customer service nonetheless. And sometimes that might matter a little bit more to people. Still looking through my scanners, and there's really just nothing out there. It's tough day out there in the OTC. But guys, if you're watching this for the first time, this isn't typical. This isn't an everyday thing. I almost kind of should have expected this, right? We've had a crazy week and a half, 2 weeks of, thousand runners that ran thousands of percent. We had LFAP that ran 4,000%. VYST ran from triple zeros all the way up to 15 cents. SHMP ran from sub penny all the way up to almost $1. I mean, there's been a lot going on within the OTC. So it's not that we should be really surprised about this, right? So again, just kind of collect yourself, watch from a distance, don't make any rash decisions, and don't play off of your emotions. That's probably the key takeaway from today. Look for opportunities that may lend you to maybe get into a position when everybody's getting out. Sometimes it works in your favor to buy in on some of this red stuff if there's value to be had. I don't want you guys throwing darts at something just because there's a significant sell-off. Make sure that you're running your steps and sticking to your plan, when making a buying decision. But sometimes it may work in your favor to buy because people are reacting off of emotion. And we saw that with VYST. We saw that with VYST yesterday, reacting off of emotion. I didn't play VYST, but you can see today how it really kind of came roaring back right at the open. And again, there's a lot of talk out there about some manipulation on that one, and that's the nature of the beast when you trade these types of stocks. Unfortunately, there's just not some good people out there, but I digress, guys. So if you tuned in today, thanks so much for tuning in. I don't have much else to go off of. It was just a slow day. When there's not much to talk about and it's a slow day, it's always important to remind ourselves to just make sure that we keep ourselves in check. So if you are watching for the first time, thanks for tuning in and for your time. If you're interested in being part of our free platform where all these people are coming from, it is WeTradeHQ.com. We have over 3,400 members around the globe learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. And it's absolutely free to join. You can click the links down in the description below and check us out. Today isn't a typical day. I promise we are successful over here, and it's not just geared towards penny stocks either. If you are looking to trade in other areas of the market, whether it's ETFs or Forex, options, you name it, WeTradeHQ is the place for you. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If you at least got a little bit out of this as far as making sure that, maybe I reminded you to keep your emotions in check, I certainly would appreciate a thumbs up just to kind of show me some support. And that is all I've got for you guys today. So as always, I will see you all before the bell. Take it easy out there. B Smith is out.